And hello, everybody. I've been watching the names coming up, and it is just so lovely to greet you all. And such an important and special workshop. It's really, really fabulous that you've joined me today. I'm just waiting for the clock to slip over to 7 o'clock. And, uh, and just a reminder that every single one of you is here because you're ready. This is what Merlin has said, that nobody's allowed to do this workshop unless they're ready. So, welcome, welcome. Just so fabulous, as I've said, and so exciting. We're living at such an important and exciting time that it's almost unbelievable. I wake every day and I say, wow, thank you for letting me be here now. And this is a new step. Let me just do something techie here. And okay, and a bit more techie. Right. And so, Merlin and the Codes of Magic of the Higher Heart, Part 1. Let me tell you how it started. It was January. Now, as you know, I'm sure Pluto came in January, and everything has been shooting forward since then. I was in the kitchen on a very rainy evening, sitting by my log burning stove, and wow, Merlin came in. He arrived in his electric blue cloak covered in silver platinum stars. And he looked at me with his blue violet eyes and he said, I want you to start a magic school. I said, but I don't know anything about magic. And he said, but this is magic through my higher heart. He said, my power doesn't come from my third eye, but through my heart. And so I thought, right, that sounds fantastic. So the magic of the higher heart is the power to manipulate energy to create the outcome desired for the highest good. And so he wants you to receive the basic codes of magic. It's a journey, so we're starting it together. And today we're tuning into Merlin, and he is going to give us the basic codes. He explained it like this. It's like a key safe. The codes are like the numbers on a key safe. And you got the codes, you can get in and get the key. However, you can put that key in the lock of the mansion of magic, but you cannot open that door until Merlin has activated that key. Now, he said that 45% of the people on this workshop, he will activate their keys tonight straight away. This means you can enter the magic world, look at all the rooms, and decide what you're going to explore, the journey you're going to take. And anybody that isn't activated tonight, the moment you are ready, Merlin will switch on the codes of magic. It's really exciting. So when you enter the magic mansion, you can explore it in order to learn, understand, and practice all the different gifts and skills. Merlin teaches in all the different rooms that there are. Occasionally, he'll invite a great master or angel to teach with him. Very often, Metatron. Now, this is going to be developing over the next few years, as far as I can understand. I can only go in the information that he's giving me almost on a daily basis. So, what we will be eventually learning is the ability to harness energy to manipulate physical matter for the highest good. Now, that is something fairly soon. Precipitation, which is the ability to materialize objects from the unmanifest world into the manifest physical world. Levitation, which is the ability to lighten and raise an object. Manipulating matter. Now, this is different from levitation because it's about using sound vibrations with mind control to make objects lighter or heavier, to construct buildings, etc. Telepathy, which is mind to mind communication, but working with Merlin, it's heart to heart communication with trees, with animals, with planets. Now, Merlin's big thing is healing. So he's giving lots, not tonight, of course, but over the course of what he's teaching us, a lot to do with healing and his special high frequency healing methods, switching on crystals, accessing and downloading light codes from the stars and planets. Well, we're already doing that. We do it in our monadic merge meditation, but he's going to do it when we work with him, he does it at a deeper level. Teleportation, apporting, soul retrieval, alchemy, the ability to mix ingredients to create something of a higher frequency. I mean, simply when you make a cake, that's alchemy. And creating gold from lead is alchemy. But Merlin never practiced that. His aim is to teach us to use power with wisdom to transform, to heal, to create, to manipulate matter, and to use alchemy. And the very first step is what we're doing today to bring in those codes of magic. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Merlin himself because it's really important to tune into his energy and have a real feeling and understanding for who he is. So, he is an aspect of St Germain. He incarnated with King Arthur, who's an aspect of Elmira. Now, one of the main reasons that Merlin and Arthur incarnated together was to go to Glastonbury to open the portal to the higher heart, the cosmic heart, Venus, to bring more love energy into the planet. Merlin has always been about love. Merlin's father was a dragon master and taught him everything he knew. And Merlin also became a dragon master. He is one of the mighty dragon masters. And many of the people that are attracted to work with him are dragon masters, of course. Merlin's mother was a mighty initiate. You will have heard of her, Catherine of Siena. She's a lord of karma. She represents the cerise pink ray, the 12th ray of unconditional love. So he's been imbued with love. That is his energy. Now, in her past lives, she was Joan of Arc, Helena Blavatsky, who brought theosophy to the world. Very unusually for that time, Merlin came in, he incarnated with his 12 strands of DNA fully connected and activated. He was trained by both his parents in mind control and relaxation. Just like in the golden era of Atlantis, all the children were trained in mind control and relaxation from the earliest age. And this is one of the reasons they were able to have such incredible gifts, but to use them in such a way. And he had powers from a very early age. So he had clairvoyance. From childhood, he had prophetic dreams. He was able to control energy In other words, make things happen. And he did it always with great integrity and honesty. He could teleport anywhere, and he practiced astral projection. Now, here's something that he could do that is really extraordinary. He could build creatures in his imagination, so he could make any creature out there, and he could make it manifest and summon it to do his bidding. This is a very, very advanced power. But I was talking to Merlin this afternoon, and he said that those who were dedicated to this pathway would be able to do that by 2026. And that's something that's really extraordinary. And that's real extraordinary magic. He was a powerful alchemist. Now, as I've said before, his main purpose in life was to be a healer. He was able to regenerate and rejuvenate people. But whatever you've read, you said he could not bring anyone back to life. Now, recently I did a workshop on bringing in the codes of regeneration from Helios and the codes of rejuvenation from Andromeda. And they're very powerful, and we can call them in every day, different regeneration in different aspects of the body, rejuvenation in other parts of the body, and they start to work. It's not one day you're 50 and the next day you're 20. It's drip, 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 slowly. But they go in, those codes, into the cells and shift old energy, stuck energy out, allowing new energy in. And I now learn that if you call in Merlin when you're doing that work, bringing in the codes of regeneration and rejuvenation, then he will enhance the energy and they work more deeply in the cells. And I have to confess, I haven't been doing this. And so I am going to start asking Merlin to come in each day to do that. Merlin was a magician, an alchemist, and he commanded the elements. One of the things that we all know that he did was that he protected the secrets of Avalon. And he did this by raising a mist so that nobody could find Avalon and it became invisible. So that's how he protected the secrets. Later in Tintagel in Cornwall, he worked on advanced alchemy. And he sent energy out to quell the waves, to do all sorts of things. Now, he used that alchemy for a special purpose, and that was Stonehenge. He used the alchemy to reduce the weight of the stones so they could be lightened and carried to the site. And he blessed the stones of Stonehenge. He filled them with magical vibrations, the vibrations that would support that portal. And then in a great druidic ceremony at the full moon, he harnessed the vibrations of the cosmos to create the seventh dimensional two-way interdimensional portal that is Stonehenge. And it still holds that energy, and still people can access it to go out into the universe, to come back in from the universe at a very high frequency. Merlin is Master Merlin. He's not a Lord of Light. He has mastered the lessons of magical dimensions. In order to become a Lord of Light, you have to carry a certain percentage of Christ light. And he is on that pathway now. That is his journey currently. And later on, probably about October or something like then, we're going to be asked to help him. In 2012, he was appointed to the Intergalactic Council. So those of you who do the monadic merge in the morning, and we call Merlin in every day, and he works both the beginning to give us his energy and help us open up to magic, and also on the Intergalactic Council, where he works on the electric blue ray. And his purpose on the council is to teach people to use their power with wisdom and integrity. I know lots of people like to go to the retreats of the masters and archangels because you can access their energy more easily there. So St Germain had a retreat over Cologne, and now Merlin has taken over that retreat, which is quite interesting because it has that enhanced energy. To activate the basic codes of magic, you have to be at the upper levels of the fifth dimension. Now, I checked even today, everybody that's allowed to do this today is at that level already. Amazing, isn't it? That how they can allow some people to do things and literally stop people if it's not right, if it's not their time. Then the codes of magic spread to every cell. Now, what they do, even at this stage, is they add power. When you send healing, when you do self-healing, when you connect the elements and elementals. So, example, when you send undines, which are water elementals, to purify your body or something in water, or when you send sylphs to raise a wind, or salamanders to raise or extinguish fire. Now, I'm sure many, many of you have been doing that. The point is that this will now have more power, more energy behind it as you have the codes of magic. They will enable you to work more powerfully with dragons, and dragons respond immediately and actively. You can use the codes of magic to help plants grow, to enable you to connect directly to the essence of a plant. Also, when you're ready, they will help to activate the clairvoyance, telepathy, and other qualities. What Merlin says is he earned the codes of magic. He studied for years and years and practiced, and he is passing them on through your higher heart today. Now, I want to tell you a story, and I tell it in my newsletter this month, but it profoundly shook me and affected me. And it's about the codes of magic and how important it is to be protected because they are very powerful. My granddaughter was visiting. She's 21 and she's very spiritual. And she said to me, could I give her the codes of magic? So I said, well, I asked Merlin first, and he said, yes, she was ready. So I said, well, we'll do it this afternoon. We went for a walk. And when we got back, she said, I'm really tired. So I said, well, you go and have a lie down, and I'll just get on with some work. She went upstairs and she went flat out asleep. I sat in front of my laptop and I fell flat out asleep. When she came down and we woke up, I said, let's do the codes now. And so we started. As many of you know, I've got 2 fabulous little dogs, and they are best friends. They have never in their entire lives even had a growl at one another. They adore each other. And suddenly, in the middle of the sitting room, they started a dogfight. a really aggressive, loud dogfight. I had to stop. I had to sort them out. I thought, wow, what was that about? But we started again. I put some protection round, cleared the energy, and I gave her the codes of magic. And Merlin said she'd received them fine. Afterwards, I said, okay, what was that dogfight about? What was going on? And this is what he said. He said, when you and your granddaughter fell asleep, you went out of your bodies, you went to do a piece of light work together, which involved delving into deep, dense energy. You came out of it. And of course, if you go into a muddy pond, you get mud on you. And so you came out of it with some of that darkness still on you. Now, normally, when you come back through the dome of protection or whatever protection you've got on around your home, then it can't get through. And so you'll come through back into the pure space. But I hadn't that morning put the protection over my house. It's quite right. I had not done it that morning. And so some of that negativity came in with you. And its aim was to contaminate the codes of magic. Now, if they had succeeded, because the dogs obviously sensed this, and they then, the only way they could stop me was to have a fight. So wonderful dogs are. And so if I had given her the codes then they would have been contaminated, and then Merlin would never have been able to give her to activate those codes, and she could not have done the magic. It would have changed her incarnation. It's so, so, so important. And so, although it was a hard lesson to learn, I was very grateful to it. And he said that put the blue pyramid of Michael over your entire house and over you so that you're totally, totally protected and clear to receive the codes. When you work with the codes of magic, the things to do are relax. We know that that's the thing with everything. Focus with the left brain, visualize with the right brain, and then Merlin adds magic through your higher heart. Now, he has given me various things to do so that he can put in the codes of magic. And we are going to be playing certain notes with the tuning fork so that he can place the notes into you. What he wants you to do is the first one is at the top of your head, and you just put your finger there and I just move it around so that you can really feel it. And then he's going to activate it, that point, by playing the note D. Then just below your right ear, there's a little dip. You can feel it. Just move your finger around until you can feel that dip. And that point, then remove your finger, and then it enables the note to go in more easily with the codes. It's playing the note F. Just below your left ear, the same point, find that little tip, move your finger, just press it in so that you can feel that point, then move it, and the note is C major. Then the right side of your jaw, let me just move it up, can you see about here? Just press it in, there's a little point there, and that's the point, and the note is B. Then the left side of your jaw is the same point, and again, it's the same note, B, and then at the very back of your neck, there's a little dip where your skull ends. In that little dip, just press it, put your finger into it, and a note is C minor. Finally, in the center of your third eye, now, some people find this point a little sensitive. Just press it, find the point that feels right. And you may not find it sensitive at all. Just press that point, then remove your finger, and we'll play the note A. Right. In a moment, we'll do the visualization. But first, just want to make sure that everybody's got it, that there are no questions that I need to answer before. Okay. Can I describe where those points are for somebody listening who's blind? Of course. Okay. The first one is the very top of your head, the crown of your head. And then you go down to just underneath your ear. You've got your earlobe. Just behind your earlobe, there's a little dip. And it's the same on both sides. Then it's the jaw, isn't it? So we do both sides of the jaw. If you go to the very end of your jaw under your ear, and you come forward about an inch and then just move up very slightly over the bone, you feel that dip. And then the back of the head. So that point where the skull meets your neck, there's a little dip. Feel around with your fingers for it, and you will find it. And so the third eye is between your eyes and up. It's in a slightly different place for everybody, but up about half an inch to an inch. And then that's the point. But you'll probably just feel or sense it. And I often feel that the intention is more important than the exact place. Somebody's asking, what is magic? As I said at the beginning, it's about the ability to manipulate matter for a higher purpose. So, oh, absolutely, Susan. The blue pyramid of Michael is very powerful. Currently, in the monadic merge meditation, we're placing it over the entire planet, and it's been having a huge effect, blocking lower energies from coming into the planet. Oh, Barbara, fantastic. You've been activating those points since 2020. Wow, amazing. Will we do the protection together? Yes. Yes, we'll put the protection. Okay, you're an acupuncturist, and a lot of them are acupuncture points. I'm sure they are. So, can you needle them before? Well, I would do it before the meditation rather than during, just so that they're activated, and that's a very good idea. And you use plant oils on those points? Absolutely fantastic. Oh, okay. Adagia, C major and C minor are keys. So what do you mean by note? Look, I'm not a musician. I just I will make the sound and then you can put it into proper musical terminology. Yeah, lots of people are asking protection first. Absolutely. Where can I find the monadic merge meditation? It's on my YouTube channel. And you're going to feel energized, yes. Will your hearing aid block the notes? I would say no, because the notes are a vibration that goes in. Catherine, yes, I'm wearing the scarf for Merlin. Forget about the notes. Lots of people don't understand them. That's because I'm not a musician, so I probably haven't explained it very well. Just leave it. Um, okay, Dr. Sonal, how do we know our channeling is not illusion of channeling from a master? You have to use your intuition. If something I say does not resonate with you, please don't accept it. Only accept what resonates with you. Yeah, thank you. A lot of you are answering the questions for other people. Okay, let's just, I don't think it'll make a difference whether you wear headphones. Maybe it's better not. Fantastic. Let's just do a little bit more of this computer thing and get ready to work with Merlin's energy. Whoa. And we're going to start by bringing in the protection, but I think that first we'll also bring in the pure white flame of Atlantis, just to make sure your whole space is clear. So you might like to close your eyes. Just take a deep breath and center yourself. Relaxing. And now invoke the pure white flame of Atlantis. Ask it to purify you and to fill your entire space with the pure white light, the pure white flame of Atlantis. All lower energies are transmuted. And now bring the pure white Christ light down through your body into every cell of your body, cleansing, purifying, and raising the frequency of every cell. We now ask Archangel Michael to place his blue pyramid right over you for total protection. And now place the blue pyramid right over your entire house, or flat, or wherever you're living, the building that you're in. You are totally protected and in a pure, clear space. And now, Master Merlin stands in front of you in his electric blue cloak with silver platinum stars. The cloak has a hood, but it isn't up. He doesn't hold a wand. He holds you in his energy, and it swirls around you. Now say either aloud or in your head. Merlin, I now give you permission to download your codes of magic into me. First, open your heart. Now breathe the violet pink of the higher heart right into your heart 3 times. Relax on the out breath. Visualize the 33 petals of your heart opening until you see or sense the pure white center revealed. This is your higher heart. So just allow all the petals to open. Take your time. Make sure everyone is open until you see that pure white center. And this is your connection to Source. And just see the link going all the way up from the center of your heart, right up to Source. And now breathe pure white light from Source into your heart 3 times, relaxing on the out breath. Pure white. Totally attune to Merlin. He touches your heart to connect deeply to you now. Just receive confirmation, maybe like a touch, a knowing, or a flash of light, or something else. He places his electric blue cloak with silver platinum stars over you now. How does it feel? And now let us all connect heart to heart. Everyone who is connected with us or connects through the recording, let us all link together, heart to heart. And send energy from your heart through this web of heart love. allowing yourself to give and receive in this great web of love. And now listen with your heart to Merlin, just letting yourself breathe gently into your heart and relaxing, letting your mind be open and free. There is no need to focus. Merlin is giving you a message. What is the message? And now he's sending you a picture with a message or significance for you. What is the picture? And now he shows you a picture of a huge silver platinum pyramid. He says, "Meet me here in my retreat over Cologne, Germany." St Germain's old retreat. Your guardian angel enfolds you, and it travels with you through the universe. You see the light blazing out from Merlin's retreat. You approach through a magnificent gold and violet archway, the light of St Germain. A golden pathway lights up in front of you. As you move along it, you can see the pure white temple of Merlin ahead. It is encrusted with blue crystals that are not available on Earth yet. They shimmer and radiate. How do they make you feel? And then you are gliding through the electric blue and silver platinum archway of Merlin into the great silver platinum pyramid. Here, wait quietly, just breathing comfortably, receiving energy from the silver platinum pyramid. And it's time to activate your magic points. So remember to touch yourself with a finger at each point I mention so that you can feel the point. Then remove your finger so that I can use the tuning fork with the note that activates that point. So touch the crown of your head. Feel it. Put your energy into it. Then move your finger. And now, just below your right ear, feel the spot. Press the point. Move your finger. Just below your left ear. Find that point. Press your finger into it. Then move your finger. Now the right side of your jaw. Find the point just above your jaw. Press it. Move your finger. And now the left side of your jaw. Feel that point. Unclench your jaw if you need to. Just relax it all. And move your finger. And now feel that point at the back of your neck, where your skull meets your neck, that dip there. Make sure you can feel it. Then move your finger. And lastly, in the center of your third eye, pressing your finger in just so that you are ready to activate it. Move your finger. The great Master Merlin stands in front of you in expanse. expanded energy. His deep blue eyes look intensely into yours. He asks, "Do you believe in the power of magic? Do you believe in your power to do magic?" If you answer yes to both questions, he adds power to his cloak of electric blue with silver platinum stars that he placed over you. Stand tall and erect. How does it feel? How do you feel? Now cover your right eye and close with your hand, and close your right nostril with your right hand. You're lightly blocking your left brain. Breathe deeply into your heart to expand your higher heart. Drop your hand if you wish to. And now, Merlin takes you to a beautiful, deep blue, circular pool of light. Enter it and float in it effortlessly and easily. Breathe blue and silver platinum into every cell of your body as you float. Merlin levitates you from the pool, and you float gently above the ground until you find yourself sitting or standing on soft grass. He places one hand on your heart and the other on your crown. Sense it. And he downloads the codes of magic into you now. Just say, "Thank you. I accept and honor these codes of magic." Merlin places a 5-pointed star in your aura above you. He draws a circle over your heart. You are ready to work with Merlin's energies for the highest good. And now, once more, together, we're linking heart to heart and sending out love and healing through the network to open everyone's higher heart more. We're establishing a higher heart network. And then, when you're ready, open your eyes. Oh, yes. And how did that feel? Okay, Vicky, he told you you weren't ready, and that just means that as soon as you are, he will activate those codes that you have received today. And remember, it is the start of a journey. You feel your crystalline light. I wonder what messages you received. I wonder what picture you received, what it meant to you. Electrifying in a good way. I always feel just buzzing with electricity when I do it. Remember, the more often you do it, the more deeply the codes go into you. Your picture was a unicorn, okay, with a pentacle. You're activated. It's a bridge to a new life. Yeah, thank you. So they're going so fast, I can't actually see them all. Okay, it feels really good. Here says that more than 45% of people were actually, the codes were activated tonight. So that's really, really lovely. Okay. So this was Codes of Magic 1. Now, I have to tell you that I'm on a journey myself, and he's just giving me information on a need to know basis. And he's told me that part 2 will be in October, and it'll be about working through the higher heart. And it's bringing in the 7 levels of the Christ light into the higher heart. And he said this, switching them on. Wow. And starting to use the magic under Merlin's direction. That's what he's told me will happen in October. Next month, on the 19th of August, there's a blue moon and a supermoon, the blue supermoon. And we're doing accessing the psychic and spiritual gifts from Golden Atlantis and Lemuria, because these are already in us. And so we're going to do some work to bring them out. And the dolphins and the turtles hold the codes. And of course, the Great Crystal of Atlantis holds the codes. And so wherever they are, Neptune holds the codes. We're going to go and access them from different places. You're a kind of crystal cave. That's interesting. Oh. Etheric road. You are free. You know, eventually some of the high priests and priestesses could actually fly. And if you can remember Atlantis at all, or have dreams about flying, you're bringing those energies back from that time. Oh, your cat is loving watching this. Yeah, my Venus, not the other one, it's always Venus, is always in here when we're doing anything like this. Every morning she sits with me while I meditate. And if I can't do it in the morning and I do it in the afternoon, there she is waiting. You could feel the codes coming in and they're vibrating now. Fabulous. I'm so glad. I know that there's been a picture going around on the internet of somebody in a pyramid or somewhere in Egypt with Egyptian hieroglyphics, and actually the codes are coming into her, they're little green codes. And I said to Kumiko, my guide, what are they codes of? And he said, oh no, they're codes from Sirius. And she was actually a picture of them being downloaded into her body. Wow, it is amazing what's going on right now. Okay, I love you all. I think you're absolutely amazing, fabulous people, really helping the entire planet to move forward. And Merlin has chosen you and is working with you, and it is really fabulous to be here. I feel so privileged. So, lots of love. Hope to see you on part two. I hope to see you next month at the blue supermoon. And enjoy your summer. Have a great time. Lots and lots of love.